Microsoft finally owns Activision. What is going to happen next? Let's get into it. Hello everybody, Crash Bandicologist here, and back with a Crash and Spyro video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the Microsoft Activision buyout. And it's finally time that we talk about it. Before, I haven't talked about it before because genuinely I was the type of person that wasn't very cautious when it came to the Microsoft buying Activision. At first I kind of was, but then once you realize about the pros and cons about Microsoft buying out Activision, you kind of just feel less nervous and less nervous and less nervous. So Microsoft finally bought out Activision, and this is many questions that all of us has asked.
What's next?
Yes, so now we're finally here. Activision finally got bought out by Microsoft. But let's get into the stuff that we already know that happened during Microsoft buying out Activision. Let's start off from the beginning of how it all started. So on January 18th, 2022, Microsoft announced that they bought Activision for $70 billion. $70 billion. That is expensively. Oh my goodness, I can't even just describe the word. It's chaotic, shall I say. And a lot of people have been wondering what would happen to Crash and Spyro as a franchise. Will it die out like Banjo-Kazooie? Or will it make more games, but will it take more time for those games to release? But let's get into this video and let's talk about the things that we already know. And let's try to guess and think or even theorize what will happen to Crash and Spyro or even Activision as a whole because of Microsoft's buyout. So, like I said before, Microsoft bought Activision for $70 billion on January 18th, 2022. And no, Crash and Spyro will not die like Banjo-Kazooie or even Conker. The reason I say that is because Activision wants to do more for Crash and Spyro as a series. And the reason Banjo-Kazooie or Conker hasn't came back is because, no, it's not because of Microsoft, it's because of Rare. Rare doesn't want to do Banjo-Kazooie or Conker or even their older franchise that they've worked with since the beginning of time. Most of the time they want to focus on their new series such as Sea of Thieves, or I don't know what new games that they're working on now, but they want to work on new IPs and new ideas. And the people that worked on Banjo-Kazooie or Conker, they're no longer working at Rare, but they are working at Platonic Games. So no, Crash and Spyro will not die because of Microsoft. Microsoft really wanted to do more Banjo or Conker stuff, but Rare just said, nope, no, we ain't doing no more old IPs. Let's throw that out the window and let's get some new, fresh ideas. Another thing that a lot of people are really worried about is if Crash and Spyro will be Xbox exclusives or will they stay multi-platform. Now, this is a one that a lot of people have been wondering, and in my honest opinion, I really think that Crash and Spyro will stay multi-platform because if we all know, Crash and Spyro sell more on PlayStation than Xbox alone. And come on, if Microsoft, like if you want to talk about another franchise that's owned by Microsoft that is multi-platform, let's talk about Minecraft. Minecraft is owned by Mojang or created by Mojang, and now they're owned by Microsoft. And they still put Minecraft on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xboxes, you name it. And even on PC. So a lot of people keep guessing that Crash and Spyro will be Xbox exclusives, but my honest opinion is no, they will still be multi-platform. However, I really think Call of Duty is going to be the one that's probably going to be Xbox exclusive. But for now, we did get some details that they'll probably get like a 10-year deal that Microsoft will make Call of Duty multi-platform for at least 10 years. And then eventually it would be Xbox exclusive. So let's get into the things that we could possibly get for Crash and Spyro or any Activision IP that Microsoft now owns. Also, if you guys really enjoyed this video, I would consider liking this video and also consider subscribing. Thank you, and let's get back into what we're talking about. So, the things we could get for Crash and Spyro mainly is more games, and let's expand the series to New Horizons. And what do I mean by expanding the series to get for New Horizons? Genuinely, what I mean by that is we could get a Crash Bandicoot TV show, a Crash Bandicoot movie, Spyro TV shows, Spyro movie, more Spyro merchandise, more Crash merchandise, comic book series, anything like that. And if you want to like mention another series that does that kind of stuff, I would mainly just say Halo, because Halo is a multimedia franchise. And then we could expand Crash Bandicoot and even Spyro, or even Call of Duty, which Call of Duty is another multimedia franchise, which it mainly focuses on games, but then they kind of make merchandise. We still haven't seen a Call of Duty movie though, but besides the point, they could expand the media when it comes to Crash and even Spyro. The next thing we could actually see is possible crossovers. And what do I mean by possible crossovers? Crossovers from different Microsoft and Activision IPs, such as a Crash Bandicoot and Minecraft crossover, or even a Banjo-Kazooie Crash Bandicoot crossover, which it could be something like Banjo-Kazooie coming to Crash Team Rumble, or even Psychonauts coming to Crash Team Rumble, or even more IPs such as Halo coming to Call of Duty, and so on and so forth. Another thing we could get for Microsoft, that now that they own Activision, is we could get more time on game development, which the development teams can actually take more time on working on the IPs that they want to work on, such as if they're making Crash Bandicoot 5, it will probably come out around 2028 or 2029 or so on and so forth. So they can have more time on working on the games that they want to work on. And if you want to talk about Spyro 4, now it's more possible, considering now they got more development time that they want to work on Spyro 4, which Spyro 4 could still be announced in 2024 or even at the Game Awards, I don't know. However, the only thing we know is that developers will probably get more game development time, which that's a good thing for us because we want to have good games when it comes to Crash and Spyro. That is what happened with Universal when they owned Crash and Spyro, is that they kept rushing every game with every developer. Same thing with Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games. They were rushing it, but they still had time to make the games good, which was crunch time. Another thing that we could get is franchises that died off and then they can come back because of Microsoft. That is more possible considering that Phil Spencer wants the dead Activision franchises to come back, and such as franchises like Skylanders or franchises like Guitar Hero. But that's the only thing we could speculate now. Is Crash and Spyro gonna die because of Microsoft buying out Activision? I don't think so, and I think what's possible is that we're probably gonna get better things, and we're probably gonna get amazing things from these franchises. Same thing as Mario or even Sonic the Hedgehog when it comes to expanding horizons with the franchises, making TV shows, comics, you name it. But that's the end of the video. What did you guys think about Microsoft buying out Activision? Are you guys excited for what they're gonna do with Crash and Spyro, or are you guys nervous? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.